Sport, so please wait for a wireless mic before you ask a question and direct your question to a specific player. We'll start the conference with an opening statement from Coach and then take questions from the players, let them get back to their team, and then take questions from Coach. Coach, your thoughts on this afternoon's game?
Okay, yeah, I thought it was a really good college basketball game. Got the utmost respect for Coach Calipari, his team, that program. So obviously to get a win in a somewhat neutral site is it's fun, but tremendous. They're gonna have a great year. John's teams always get better as the year goes on. They're gonna have a great year. Players win games like this. We said that going into the game. Players win games like this, and these guys and others stepped up and made plays.
All right, let's take questions for the players. Kaleb and Kyle, raise your hand and we'll bring you a mic. Front row on the left side, we'll start here.
Guys, you didn't trail for the final 28 minutes. They kept cutting it to 3, cutting it to 1. You guys always seem to have an answer. What did it take to answer every challenge they seem to throw at you in the second half?
Poise. I feel like we approached every possession with poise for most possessions. Bad possessions, but I feel like we just came out and we tried to get the best shot on every possession. I feel like that helped us get the win.
Yeah, I would agree with Kay. That's what I was going to say, boys, because that was one thing we preached going into the huddles. We knew it was going to get loud at times. So when that happened, we just knew we had to stay within each other, trust each other, trust our brothers, and we were able to do that.
Thanks, Kyle. We'll go to the right side.
Now, in the last game, Nate Sestina was scoreless and he broke his wrist, 5 threes today. I'm wondering how much of a surprise, how much of an impact did he make, do you think?
He made a big impact coming off the bench, scoring 17 points. You know, you got a guy like that on your team, that's good for your team. You know, having a boost like that off the bench.
No, he's a great player. We played him previously, so we kind of knew what his game was about. We knew he's a player. He made big shots.
Thanks, Kyle. Go to the left side.
Just for both of you, you guys took several charges today and blocked, I think, 7 or 8 shots. Just what did those type of defensive plays do for like the team psyche?
It's huge. You know, just being in the right position, the right time. You know, we knew we had to be in gaps. Guys were there to make that play, and that's just a huge swing for us. It's energy, it gets us going. You know, when guys give up their body for the team like that, can only be happy. So yeah, it was good.
Like you once said.
Go ahead. You can finish.
No, I can't what I said. Giving everybody for your team. You know, that's something we try to preach. You know, we're brotherhood. Try to fight every possession.
Thanks, Kaleb. Left side.
You guys both talk about poise. What did you learn about DJ Carton tonight? He has the ball in his hands a lot. He seemed to make the right play more often than not in those last 10, 15 minutes.
We know what kind of player DJ is. We know what he can bring to us. You know, he was able to stay poised tonight, make some big plays for us down the stretch, and you know, we're just happy to have him out there.
Other questions over here? I think the front row, left side. Okay.
You guys have a couple of big wins already this season. To win this game today here in Vegas on national television, what does this say about where you guys are going into the holidays at 11-1 with some of the wins you have?
I feel like it just shows we started out good. You know, there's still a lot of season left, but I feel like we started out pretty well, and our coach prepared us pretty well at the beginning of the season, and we're going to continue to do that going forward.
I'm thinking of the Walker 3 there, like 26 seconds ago. I'm wondering if there was a play that's sort of like, we're winning this game. You know, it's a possession by possession thing, but we're winning. Was it that play or some other play that brings it?
There was a lot of those plays out there tonight, to be honest. Like you said, walks 3, you got your free throws at the end, closing the game. You got some of the charges we took, the blocks we had, some of the big rebounds we pulled down. You know, you can go with any play, I think, during the game, but we came out, we played hard today, and came out with the win.
We've got a question back here on the left side. We'll come to you after that.
Kaleb, it looked like the first play of the second half was drawn up for you in the post. Was there talk at halftime about getting you more touches in the second half?
Not talking about getting more touches, but that was just a play we drew up. You know, coaches found my players found me in the right spot. You know, we just executed.
Right side, and then we'll come to the front here.
Right here. To both of you, Coach alluded that it was semi-neutral game, but there were a ton of Kentucky fans. After you guys won, you ran into the crowds and gave high fives to the Ohio State fans. Was that an impromptu thing, or?
No, we try to show love to our fans for coming out to road games. You know, we understand it's hard to get out to road games, spending the money to come watch us play. We appreciate that.
All right, while we get you a mic, we're gonna go to the left side here.
Caleb, can you critique or grade Andre's chase down block there?
It was all right. It was cool. It was nice to see everybody say, ooh, wow. We had to go on the next play. I was ready to go on the next play. Everybody was
Caleb, they're big guys. Kentucky's true post players have been inconsistent at best for a couple years now. Did you guys feel like that was an area maybe you could enforce your will on them a little bit? They struggled to score inside today. It seemed like you guys are really bothering them.
getting paint touches was a big thing for us, whether it's post play or driving or ball screens, anything. So we tried to stay to our game plan and we executed pretty well.
Thanks, Caleb. Left side.
Caleb, you're sometimes someone who sort of wears your emotions on your sleeve, and I just wonder, when you see DJ have a game like he does, and late in the game, it just seemed like he was playing under control, yet at the same time was also emotional and showing that. What did you see from him? Because I know at times I've seen similar emotion from you.
When DJ comes out, you see he's a big time player. We're all big time players, and for him to be able at a young age to be able to control his emotions during big games like this, you playing a blue blood team, you're gonna have a lot of hype to yourself. So him coming out being a young guy and showing that poise, being able to make plays, and even when he gets emotional, being able to calm down and still get on to the next play, it's big.
Right side over here.
I don't want to exaggerate, but how much did this have like a NCAA postseason feel to it? The count punch, counter punch.
Yeah, like you said, the counter punches, just teams going back and forth. A 40-minute grind is what we try to talk about at the beginning of the game. And I feel like we went out there with that mindset and that mentality, and we both came out with the win.
What did it mean to you guys to get Dwayne back both on the court and in like pregame huddles and things like that?
No, that's huge. D's really important to us. You can tell when we're missing somebody like that, a fantastic shooter like he is, but just to have everybody back, we're all together as one. That's where we kind of do our best,
One more question for the players over here.
Turnovers is obviously something we've talked a lot about this year, and obviously the first half, that was an issue. What was the talk at halftime or in huddles about cutting those down, and how are you guys able to do that in the second half?
We understood that they were a handsy team. Guys out there, you had Ashton Hagen, defensive player of the year on the other side of the ball. So just being able to stay solid, being able to take care of the ball, slowing down, not trying to rush. That's what they try to do, pressure you, and then you get out of what you're doing. So we tried to stay in what we were doing and just stay poised during the possessions, and it's worked for us.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll let you get back to your team. Let's take some questions for Coach now. We'll start left side over here and then work our way in.
Chris, there were a lot of key plays made by a lot of your guys there down the stretch, but I'm wondering that there was one, I think you might have been one possession or two possession game that looks like Richards is going to get a layup, and DJ kind of comes from the backside out of nowhere and tips it out of his hand. When we talk about DJ learning and growing, I know everyone likes to see his handle and his drives and stuff, but is that just as important, if not more important, his awareness to make a play like that?
It's just as important to me. That's for sure. It's just as important for him. He's learning. He's not there yet. Neither are any of our freshmen. I don't think any freshman across the country is there when it comes to understanding, all the positioning that's required, and really more than anything, the attention to detail off the ball defensively. But he made a critical play there. He's got strong hands. He's quick. He anticipates well, and when he's alert off the ball defensively, he can really be effective.
One more question on the left, and then we'll move to the right.
You beat 3 top 10 teams now. What is the trait or characteristic that sticks out to you? Not necessarily like the obvious thing, but just like from a coaching perspective that maybe not everyone would notice in those 3 games.
I think we played fearless in those games. I think that's important for your guys to play loose and fearless. To understand it's not going to be perfect. You got to have players that are gutsy enough to do that. I thought we responded to the emotion of the game. You guys said it had a real, it wasn't always great in terms of how either team played, but had a real good feel to it in terms of the energy in the building. And I thought we responded with good poise, but we just want our guys to be aggressive and fearless in those moments, and they have.
Coach, you guys are obviously among the elite teams this season, but to come into an event like this with, you know, blue bloods all over the place here and come out looking as the best team, what does that mean for the program going forward?
Yeah, and I hesitate to talk about best team right now. You know, who knows? There's a lot of season left to be played. You know, John's track record for getting players or getting teams to play their best in March is obviously well documented. So that's all we're trying to do. You know, we said after the Minnesota game, we're trying to learn and move forward. Not one game defines us. Not one of those 3 wins defines us. It's a long season. We're just trying to get better. We'll see if we can do that. Our league's a bear. Our league is a bear. So we got a great West Virginia team coming up after Christmas.
Right now, Kentucky obviously has some warts. When you were diagnosing and game planning, what wart sticks out the most, I guess, where they've got to make progress and try to fix this thing?
Yeah, you know, I think they're going to be fine. I really do. I mean, I think obviously the game the other night was. I thought Utah played really well, you know, they'll shoot the ball well. I think Sestina gives them, obviously, he was difficult for us. We were at halftime. We had our entire halftime was consumed with how we're going to guard his ball screens. And we talked about doing a few different things from switching to full rotating. I think he's important for them. They'll shoot it better moving forward. I know that. And I think they're going to be fine. But obviously that's what everybody points to is shooting and offense. I really think that'll come for sure.
Left side, and then to the back.
Coach, I think it was after the under-8 timeout, you came out and played zone a few possessions. What was the thought process there?
You know, we didn't really go into the game. Actually, I didn't even talk to our players about playing zone. We have it in our bag, but I did not discuss it. I did not anticipate going and playing zone, but, you know, literally I'm watching just one more game this morning, and I just had that thought, like, I probably want to give it a look for a possession or two. And I didn't even tell the staff, but it was one of those kind of game time decisions.
Go ahead.
Chris, how much did this game sort of demand a competitive spirit from both teams, and how well do you think both teams responded?
I thought they had great competitive spirit. I really did. And you know, you expected that, right? After we certainly expected that they were going to come out, and I thought they really didn't. I just thought our guys certainly did as well, and they responded to every. I mean, I think about the 3 in the first half that Andre Wesson hit, where the momentum of the game could have gotten away a little bit. I think maybe they went up a point or two. There were a lot of those plays where we were able to stymie their momentum just enough. But I thought the game had a really good life and competitiveness to it.
We'll move to the left side.
Chris, you talked about both fearlessness and poise, and I feel like for a freshman point guard that can sometimes probably be difficult to balance those, but it seemed like I think DJ only had 1 turnover, and he also made some clutch plays down in the second half. How did you see him just balancing those and going through that mentally?
You know, I think he did a good job with it. He did a good job with the emotion of the game. It helps, as I've said, to have some older guys with him because, as he should, he listens to Kaleb and CJ and Kyle and Andre. I think that's important when you have a freshman point guard out there that he can take a lead from some of those guys. They level him out at times, but give him credit, a lot of credit. He made obviously a lot of plays. His backdoor play off the side out of bounds between him and Kaleb was a really good instinctive play. So, you know, give him a lot of credit. The isolation late on Sestina was a good play, and I thought defensively he made some strides.
Go ahead.
We've talked to you a lot this week about your ties to the Lexington area, and I just wonder what this felt like for you now that it's over with, preparing for this and getting a chance against your hometown team.
Yeah, you know, I think it was really, you're so locked in and dialed in and preparing your team for, obviously Kentucky's Kentucky, so they're not just another opponent. They're a tremendous program, tremendous coach, tremendous players, and obviously I am from there, but you know, it was really about our players executing, and that's what I tried to lose myself in, and you know, I'm sure my brother enjoyed it, mom and dad did. But, you know, we'll move forward.
We've got time for one more question over here.
Coach, I know it's a blue blood sport, like we talked about, but Sunday night it was kind of setting up for, your team to be number one in the country, and things didn't quite go as, planned. Coach Cal said yesterday that he thought you were the number one team in the country. So do you have a message for the haters now that you maybe proved that true?
Yeah, Coach Cal, I noticed, has a way of saying things like that, right? Headed into the game. He anointed us number one there going into this game, and I probably would have done the same, to be honest with you. No, we're not putting any stock in the haters or number one. We got our fannies drilled at Minnesota, but listen, it's a great win leading into Christmas. I don't want to understate it. It's a great win leading into Christmas.
Congratulations, Coach. Thank you for your
Okay,
time.
thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.